In this video, we are going to be talking about harvesting seed from plants that produce their seeds in the fruit that the plant also produces. Before we get into the details, though, let me emphasize to you that there are distinct differences with harvesting seed from certain kinds of fruit. For example, tomatoes, cucumbers, and eggplants must go through a fermentation process once you have harvested the fruit and taken the seed from the fruit. Melons and peppers, their seed is ready to be dried when you harvest the fruit to eat. So when the fruit is ripe, the melon and pepper seeds are ready to be dried. Squash and also pumpkins and also gourds and cucumbers as well, you harvest the seed after you have allowed the fruit to become very overripe. Sometimes several weeks, at least several days. But once the fruit is overripe, then the seeds are ready to be harvested. In the case of cucumbers, then you have to go through a fermentation process as well. But for squash and pumpkins and gourds, you let the fruit get overripe, and then you can harvest the fruit, harvest the seeds, clean the seeds, and dry them. Peppers and melons, the seeds are ready to be harvested and dried when you harvest the fruit. You don't have to go through any sort of a waiting process. When you harvest the fruit, you can take the seed out of the fruit and dry it. Look at this beautiful bell pepper. It's a Cow Wonder bell pepper. I'm going to try to take it right off. Okay, there's our bell pepper. Now, I can take this bell pepper, cut into it, and these seeds are ready to be dried. You just pull them out of the bell pepper and dry them in your tin pie pan. Along with peppers, melons, the seed is ready to be dried when the melon is harvested, when the melon is ripe for the eating. See this beauty? This little summer squash is a crookneck squash, an American heirloom that's been with us since the late 1700s at least. Now, if you're saving seeds from these squash, this squash is nowhere near ready for you to harvest the seed. You need to leave it on this plant for at least another 2 to 3 weeks, then cut it off the plant, put it on a cookie sheet, and let it continue to rot for at least another 3 to 4 weeks. At that point, it's really disgusting, but the seeds are ready to be harvested, cleaned, and dried. This process works for squash, for pumpkins, and for gourds. Now, I just showed you this squash on its vine and told you it wasn't ready, and it isn't. It will have to ripen, over-ripen, and continue to over-ripen before the seed is in condition to be harvested. If you can see, this is the seed cavity on this squash. And you can see that the seeds are still green, even though this squash is ready to be eaten. What you need to do is to let it over-ripen and then take it off again, put it in a cookie sheet, and let it continue to over-ripen. At the point when the seed is ready, it won't be green. it will be beige in color and actually much larger than the seed that you see in these seed cavities right now. You must let these squash over ripen or the seed will not be viable. If you have enjoyed this video, please come to our website www.harvesting-history.com, where you can purchase heirloom non-GMO vegetables, flowers, and herbs. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends our channel. On the left side of your screen, there is our most recent video, and on the right side of your screen is one of our playlists. We are Harvesting History, seeding the future.